Dad's doing some hard work over here, fixing his car after race week.
Yeah, let me pause this. I'm watching 1320 videos race week coverage since I didn't get to watch it during the week. Well, this valley cover gasket was leaking the whole trip, and so I replaced that and tightening the bolts down now. These two injectors appear to just be sticky, so I'm going to try to find two more. I did order a full set yesterday of injectors to replace them all. But oh, hey, come here. Can you see this?
What is it?
Can you get down here? Can you see that? You're gonna have to come around this way. Way down there. Oh, here, let me. I was cruising at like 3,500 RPM and 85 miles an hour, and the aluminum section did not like it, and it came off. Which, that was like when we were coming home, a couple hours from home. Then it took me a little bit to find a safe space to pull off the interstate to the side. And in the meantime, that small braided line down there is the nitrous line. That got burned up, and so that has a hole in it. And the transmission cooler lines, these have a PTFE, PFT, whatever it is, liner. And it must have melted and plugged the inside because the trans temps were really high and the cooler was cold. So I'm going to take those off and try to figure out where it's, well, eventually replace them, but try to figure out where it's pinched, sealed off, whatever. So I was able to limp it home. Obviously saw the video. What else are we doing? That's the main things. So
I know this pipe.
fix that, eventually be replaced with stainless. Oh, and the power steering cap was leaking, so got a new cap and put that on. Gonna change oil, change transmission fluid. Just do a nice once over on it.
Times I just didn't know you were working on that a bunch of times.
Okay, so I think these are iffy. Should we, if we can blow through them, it's not gonna be good. It means they're partially stuck open.
You were working on these like at race week, like a couple days ago.
Stuck open.
That's not good.
Stuck open. These should be good.
Just test them to make sure.
Yep. Yuck.
Getting stuff from the intake in your mouth.
Gas. Good. All right, so those are good. These are no good. So I'm running out of injectors to use.
Wait, I have a question.
What?
Hold on. What are these?
Those just hold the fuel rail on.
Oh, I was looking at it and I was like, this one over here doesn't have one. I wonder why those do. Wait, don't these bolt into right in here, this little hole? Don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got it. No. Want to do long term, Bubba?
Well, as long term, do you mean like to make your car faster?
Yeah, future plans.
Okay. Well, another nitrous bottle, so you have two, and you can spray two at once.
We don't need that.
And, well, at least get a bigger nitrous bottle to hold more.
Okay.
And we need a bigger turbo, because that's just a prototype.
Yep.
It's gonna get bigger and crazier.
Yep.
Faster too, because the bigger the better.
Okay. What
Let
else
me
do you have in
think.
store? You're not wrong.
Bigger engine's always good.
Yeah, we're gonna get rid of the iron block. So bigger turbo, you want more nitrous. I want an aluminum block. You want a bigger engine.
Let me think. We should have it like Nick's car and have two on both sides.
This is a twin turbo. There you go, twin turbos.
Yeah. So,
Tell about Nick's car. I know it's your favorite one. What do you like about it?
so I like 5 things on Nick's car.
Okay.
It does wheelies.
Yep.
It does burnouts.
Yeah.
It's fast.
Mm-hmm.
What was the 4th thing?
You like the paint.
Yeah, I do like the paint. It's murdered out black.
So that's the 4th thing. What's the 5th thing?
I like Nick.
You like Nick, okay. Nick's pretty cool.
Come on with it.
I think it's ready to go back on. Till the next time. You like the interior of Nick's car too, which was empty, right?
Yeah, it would be a lot faster and lighter.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do to your car.
Would be comfy.
I was just going to say, I think that goes right there because I remember seeing it there. Oh, and I've had this question. I saw it at Race Week about your intake.
Oh, shoot.
And do you know how your turbo connects to here?
Yeah.
So do you know how on blowers they have like that opening metal? Like that
the throttle
flap?
plate? Yeah.
Isn't that what that is?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So that would open up.
It's the throttle body plate. This is the throttle body. That's the throttle plate. And that's what allows air into the motor. You let air in, and you put more fuel in, it goes faster.
Okay. So, part 2 of fixing the intake and putting it on here.
Intake's on.
Well, maybe like part 3, part 4, don't know. We had an incident and stopped at 15 minutes.
So fixing a few more things. When this broke off, let's just point it up a little bit higher. I moved it down to avoid cooking some stuff. But it took a little bit to find a safe place to pull off the road. So this was just shooting hot exhaust at all of this stuff. So this is the starter wire. You can actually see it's the strands of wire coming through. So that's no bueno. So I got to replace that. I ended up deciding to, this was just a bit of a mess here because I had the battery shut off here on a cable, and I'm gonna move it to the back and mount it off my cage right here, which is just a straight shot from where I had the handle before, and just one bar, just shut it off and make it cleaner. I can't quite recall why I did the cable to the front. There was a reason at the time, but I'm gonna clean this up, replace this wire, and finish the rest. Intake manifolds on. Decent list to work on tonight. It's Friday night. Gonna try to hit the track tomorrow, but it's not guaranteed. So need to put new injectors came in, Bosch 210s to replace the ones that are suspect, and then I'll send the suspect ones out to get cleaned. Replace the dipstick tube. It comes with a new O-ring and all that kind of stuff. I can't figure out where the oil leak's coming from, so I'm just hitting everything, including the valve cover gasket on the passenger side because of some oil. And then found a broken weld where my lower shock mount mounts to the axle, so I need to fix that, and then bleed the brakes too. That's the basics, which will get me to the track. And then I want to test it and see if the trans temps are in line. It was really hot, and then I changed the fluid, and then it seemed to be better. So, oh, and I flushed the trans cooler out too. Okay, time to get to work. All right, Marcus, come here. Let's get down in here.
I've gotten under Travis's card.
Oh.
And now yours.
All right. Oh, hey, get back to where you were. Right there, see?
Yep.
So that's the shock mount broke off. So I'm gonna have to support the axle, and then we can unbolt this, bend that back up, and I think I welded that with only 110 volt, and now I have 220 that I use from the laundry room. So we're gonna hit this a lot harder because, well, the weld itself broke. It didn't, I don't know. Regardless, we'll re-weld that, maybe even put a brace over it on both sides. It's interesting also, can you see this? Here, let me grab it. It's
Like up here more? That you pointed up there.
No, it's actually bending the metal from the pressure. So I run some anti-squat, not even a whole lot, but it pushes the axle down and the body away, and I guess that action is bending that pretty thick metal. Not sure if I'm gonna have to double that up or what.
So, we are hammering something.
My favorite tool.
Every time you hammer that, my eyes blink.
I bet.
How do your eyes not blink?
See, what's crazy is that side held just fine and it bent the metal.
Yeah, that's weird.
So we're gonna clean this up, weld it, and then put a little brace over it, weld that. Do the same to the other side. That's all we can do. It's pretty crazy.
So were you just hammering that to get it closer?
Yep, now it's back to where it was. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah. I embarrassed myself.
All right. Well, now we gotta wire wheel and clean it up. And then...
Will you need this hammer for later on?
I don't know. Probably not.
so I should just go put it away.
If you don't mind, that would be great.
Okay. So yeah, as you can tell, Dad said a hammer is his favorite choice of tool. Pretty much is. We have a ton. Like, I even have my own one.
True.
Well, 2 of my own.
All right, let's see here. Welded it up. Put some thick beads on it. And laid some more down on the other side too. Did that one, both sides. Be careful, buddy. It's hot.
That's some
too.
thick welding. Wow.
All right, so we can bolt that back up. Put the slicks on. What do you think? Oh, you know what? While the wheels are off, we should bleed the brakes. You helped me do that last time and did a good job, so let's bleed the brakes. Making progress. So that done. Little man helped me bleed the brakes. Valve cover gasket on this side done. New dipstick. I did find a hole. So once I pulled it out, I actually just plugged one end, blew on the other, and I did find a hole. So that might have been the oil on this side. Happy about that. And I have half the injector done. So got to do the other side yet. Got passenger side done, driver's side next, and then get a test in the morning, make sure everything's good to go, and then race in the evening. Oh, I hear something fancy. Not that. That. Rev it up. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Got some low?
Yeah.
What cam was that?
600, 6.
What was it was like a 238, 242 or something like that? Duration?
232, 228, I think is what it was.
Okay, that ain't bad then.
Yeah. It didn't really change much under the hood. Besides the airbox, the throttle body, your old head, and the header.
Hell yeah.
First time I've ever built a motor, just to let you know.
I saw the videos.
Very first one.
Yeah. Saw the videos. Hell yeah. And it's got a brand new Tremec T56. Can't really see anything, but we showed that on one of the videos. Sweet.
That concludes this episode of Family Man Racing. Stay tuned for next time, where we're going to the track. Blah, 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 blah.